Good morning, church. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. And as you all know, much has changed since Sunday. I think one of the things we're finding with coronavirus is that the information that we are getting and the restrictions are new every morning, but we have to remember that His mercies are new every morning as well. Sunday, we talked about restricting our group size, if at all possible, to less than 250 people. That's not a problem for us. That was the recommendation by Mayor Ten Haken as of Friday night. As of Saturday night or Sunday, the CDC was requesting that group sizes of 50 or more be suspended, which would of course affect our Sunday morning service. So one of the things that we had planned on implementing and still plan on is live streaming the services both Sunday morning and Wednesday night. Since then, things have changed again. As many of you know, yesterday afternoon, President Trump recommended that public gatherings be restricted to 10 or less. That is not a requirement, but it is a recommendation that I think is a sound recommendation in light of this current health crisis. So we want to obey the requests of our authorities. We want to honor those, but at the same time, we want to obey the command to not forsake the gathering together of the fellowship. So last night, the leadership held a meeting, and what we are looking at doing in the face of these changes is we plan on live streaming our services Sunday morning and Wednesday night, but that's not all. In order to honor those requests, as you can imagine, that would eliminate just about everything we do at the church, with very few exceptions, such as small prayer groups, small Bible studies, things of that nature. Well, last night, we looked at some of our upcoming events, and we saw that we really aren't going to have much choice but to cancel some of those things until this situation passes. Now, one of the things that we have decided would be the best thing to do is to establish temporary home churches. Now, the way that would work is that we would have somebody who would be willing to volunteer their home and either head up a house church or be willing to be the head of the house church in somebody else's home. Now, the way that would work is we will live stream the services Sunday morning at 10 o'clock per usual. And so then it would be a gathering together of people so that we would continue to maintain fellowship. And we would like to see home churches temporarily, at least throughout the city, in order to accomplish this. Now, on Wednesday nights, what we would do there is we would ask that the home churches meet at 6:30 to pray, just like we do on Wednesday nights. And then at 7 o'clock, we would have about 15 minutes of live stream worship, followed by the message, which will also be live streamed. So that is the plan. Communion Sunday, we will have communion administered in each of the home churches. And we plan on meeting with the home church leaders once a week to share any prayer needs, prayer requests, so we can communicate information and so on. One of the things that is a challenge that we have before us is maintaining a sense of community and a sense of fellowship, even though we won't be able to meet together as a fellowship for a period of weeks. We don't know how many weeks that will be at this point. One of the things that we would suggest as an option to consider would be having, times of fellowship before Wednesday service and after Sunday services. That's just something to consider. It's by no means a requirement. And that would include maybe sharing a meal together, or maybe even just bringing your own fast food and sitting down at the table together. So one of the things that we believe can happen out of this, we don't think this needs to be something that tears the church apart. We believe that this is actually an opportunity for outreach, because as we look at the community around us, we see people panicking, we see people very concerned about the future and concerned about their health. Those people are your neighbors. So one of the things that we would ask is, where there is the home church meeting, would be to reach out to your neighbors and just offer them an opportunity to come and fellowship and partake in church with you. Did you ever think that we would reach this point to where we would, at the request of our authorities, not be able to meet together inside our church building? That's something we talk about, but I didn't think we would see it this soon and this suddenly. Well, I believe that this could actually be the thing that brings revival to Sioux Falls and grows the churches. So I think this is a tremendous opportunity before us to share the love of Christ and the hope that we have in Jesus Christ with those around us. So I would like for you guys to all consider either hosting a home church or heading a home church. I would ask that you guys contact me either by text, by email, by Facebook. You guys all know how to get a hold of me. And then once this crisis is passed, we want to come back together as a fellowship that is even stronger than we were before. So just want you guys to keep these things in mind, to keep praying, to stay in the Word, and I will keep you informed as new information arises as soon as I can. Jesus said that the gates of hell would not prevail against his church. So stay healthy, stay in the Word, pray, and until we see each other again face to face, may the Lord bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. God bless you guys.